Welcome to the second video in our 5-video Working with the Media series, and in this video we're going to dive right in and discuss the topic of how to position yourself as an expert to the media. If you've ever wondered how to get the media to treat you like an expert, then you're not alone. Many times you've probably seen a news story and thought, whoa, that could be me. And you would not be wrong. You can be the go-to expert for the media as long as you position yourself as the expert in advance. So it's very important that you build relationships in advance. Normally, you can't just become an expert without laying a foundation. Follow relevant journalists and reporters that cover your niche and stories like yours on social media. Interact with them. If they ask questions or start discussions, take part in them. Get to know them and let them get to know you. It's a good idea to define your story. Work on defining your story so that you can cut it down to 1 or 2 sentences that have meaning. The right words will elicit curiosity, while at the same time letting the media know enough about you to want to know more. You should try to hold events. The media loves events. Plus, they give you an opportunity to show off your expertise. If you can plan an event that is free or paid, where people show up, send out a press release to the journalists and reporters that you've built relationships with. This can give them a taste of how you work. Don't ever, never cold call. Journalists and reporters don't like it when people call them without any provocation. If they've asked for sources or just told a story that is relevant, send them a message through email before calling. They'll call you if they want to talk to you. If you have inside information that's of the utmost importance, you can make an exception. Do your homework in advance and know who to contact. It's imperative that you know who to contact. Sending out generic press releases and blindly emailing editors doesn't work. You need to contact certain individuals who will be interested in your story because that's their subject matter and job. Ask yourself what's in it for them, because they're going to ask you and you need to know the answer. You need to only ever pitch relevant stories. Never pitch stories that are irrelevant. Find ways to make your story applicable. If you've heard of the game 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, then you get the idea. Find a connection and use that connection to make your pitch. You can always answer their queries for experts. Sometimes reporters and journalists need experts to answer questions. If you've made a personal relationship with some, they will start calling on you if you've done a good job letting them know. You can also join an organization called HARO, H-A-R-O, which stands for Help a Reporter Out, and here's a link to the website. Stay keen, sharp, and always say yes. Due to the fact that media works on short deadlines, you should be prepared to always say yes to questions that will benefit both the media and yourself, which of course encompasses your business. Don't worry, most of media folk are too busy, so they won't keep you any longer than they must. But if you endear yourself to them enough, when you have a story you want to be covered, they'll show up. And this will undoubtedly help you become a favoured source. By being there for the reporters that you make personal contact with, especially locally, you can easily become a favoured source and find yourself being quoted all the time. This is a good place to be in, but it may take some time to develop, but if you work at it, it will happen. Realistically, your expert status won't happen overnight, but the more you connect and build relationships and say yes when a reporter wants to interview you, the faster it will happen. That concludes the second video in our 5-video series about working with the media.